Gretshen, thanks for accepting our invitation.
It is a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Gretshen, can people who are affected by depression or have attempted to die by suicide be more at risk during this coronavirus pandemic?
We are experiencing a very anxiety-provoking situation. Lots of unknowns, lots of worrying. So we are all at risk of experiencing a mental health crisis. However, those who are living with a mental illness or ongoing suicidal ideations are definitely at higher risk.
What are the symptoms that they may be presenting for those who surround them and who care about them?
There are many warning signs that people can notice. Some of the main ones can be feelings of hopelessness or talking about being hopeless. It can be also an increase in isolation, withdrawing from people. People can see changes in eating habits, sleeping habits, talking about suicide or wanting to die are some of the things that we can notice in people.
What can relatives and friends and coworkers do in order to help them?
Main thing is to talk to the person, letting them know that you have noticed some changes in their behaviors, that you're worried, that you want to help, asking them what's going on. If people talk about experiencing suicidal ideations, we can assess if the person is in immediate danger or if there can be some safety planning that can be done at home.
And then are there any resources or information that we can look at in order to be more prepared?
Yes, there are many resources regarding suicide prevention and intervention online, and there are also lines that people can contact. If a person, I do want to mention that if a person is in immediate danger that has a plan and the means to commit suicide or to attempt suicide, I recommend that people call 911 because that is an emergency. But if people are looking for resources and help, they can contact our crisis line, the Milwaukee County Crisis Line. It is a 24/7 crisis line that people can talk to clinicians. They do crisis intervention. They can direct people to resources and just talk through the crisis. I have the phone number for you. It is 414-257-7222. 414-257-7222. People can also call 211 for other needs, information about food banks, shelter, and other needs that a person can be experiencing.
Gretshen, you mentioned there are some tips for everybody to stay mentally healthy during this pandemic.
Yes, while we are practicing social distancing to keep us all safe, it is important that we also practice good self-care. And I just want to mention a couple of tips that people can be doing to keep themselves better well-being. One of the things that people can do is very important is that we are practicing social distancing, but not social isolation. So the first thing is to keep ourselves connected to people. Reach out to those that you love and care about. If you are at your house by yourself, you can also use social media, technology to keep in contact with those that you care about. Second tip will be to keep yourself active. There are many videos and resources online that are free that people can be doing exercises at home, yoga, meditation, dance classes that people can be using to keep themselves active. It's very important that we keep good sleep and eating habits that will help us just feel better overall. And also, it is important that we get accurate information and we limit the media consumption because sometimes if we are just listening to bad news all the time, that can increase our anxiety and just not let us feel well mentally.
Gretshen, I think that these tips that you are giving us are extremely important for everybody. I thank you for being with us today, and I hope that a lot of people can review this presentation that you have given us and take advantage of it.
Thank you.
Thank you.